view from here is amazing. After exploring Marrakesh and Fes, it's time to experience one of the most popular tours in Morocco, a 3-day journey from Fes to Marrakesh, crossing the Atlas Mountains, valleys, and the famous Sahara Desert. Some people choose a 4-day version instead, but if you talk to anyone in Morocco, almost everyone say this tour is a must-do. But is it actually worth it? We are about to find out in this video. Good morning. Today we started our day very early in Morocco by leaving Fes, and actually we started our journey from Fes before the sunrise because we have a long way. We are on our way to Marrakesh, but we are not going directly there. We are going right now to Ifrane, our first stop, and we are going to spend some time in desert. This is the very common tour that most people they take. You can take it from Marrakesh to Marrakesh, or Marrakesh to Fes, or Fes to Marrakesh. It depends on where you are and what is your itinerary. We booked our tour directly in town while we were in Fes, which means we didn't read any reviews and we were able to negotiate the price. We were told our driver spoke fluent English, which wasn't exactly true. As the result, communication was a bit tricky during the journey, but we still enjoy our time. This can actually happen with many tours in Morocco, even if you book online. To make things easier for you, I will leave some links to top-rated tours with reviews in the description. Our first stop of the tour is Ifrane. It's in the high altitude. It's famous for alpine style architecture. And since we started very early and we didn't have breakfast, we are going to have breakfast. Today our breakfast is pretty simple, and actually I prefer it that way. Like I'm just having butter and honey with latte. I think since I came to Morocco, I haven't had latte or coffee at all. Just once in Marrakesh train station.
You got a coconut latte?
Yeah, that's it. The first thing I can say about Ifrane is about the temperature here. It's freezing cold, and actually because it's in high altitude, apparently it has slopes, ski slopes, so you're not really dressed up for this weather. Ifran holds the record of the coldest temperature recorded in Africa, and it is one of the cleanest cities in Morocco. It looks more like a European alpine town than a typical Moroccan city, which is why it is known as the Switzerland of Morocco. Ifran was built by the French during the colonial era as a cool mountain retreat. We just stopped on the road because of the monkeys, so they literally came to us because apparently people here, they come to take photos and feed them, so they are used to humans. But as you know, they're monkeys, they're wild animals. These are Barbary macaques, the only species of monkeys native to North Africa. These playful monkeys are now endangered due to habitat loss and illegal pet trade. So seeing them here feels like a rare and a special moment. Oh my god, they eat tomatoes!
They love tomatoes!
Yeah, that's so weird! went through different sceneries, different landscapes, and it's amazing. And through this tour we are going to have so many stops, but mostly we are driving, and I highly recommend that because the drive is scenic and you will enjoy the scenery most of the times. This kind of trip for Shamima is kind of new. And how do you feel about your trip?
It's great. It's lovely seeing the different changes in scenery, as you said. And now we're in the desert with the palm trees, and we saw monkeys, and it's just great.
We literally stopped because the road was so pretty and the view from here is amazing. It's so windy, but we can see the river, the road, surrounded by the mountains. It's just gorgeous. I can't believe that. Woo! The best decision about this tour was like we didn't want to do a group tour, so we took a private tour. This means that we can stop wherever we want and we are flexible with the time, which is better. I love the private. Driving through the Ziz Valley is one of the highlights of our tour. It is one of the largest and most beautiful oasis valleys in Morocco, stretching for over 100 kilometers and filled with thousands of palm trees right in the middle of the desert. We had a couple of stops here just to enjoy the views. After driving for so many hours, we finally arrived in the desert, and actually we left our driver and this car came to pick us up. But before going to our camp, we are going on a camel ride, so we are dead tired.
Oops, I just went down to stereo.
We decided to get off our camels because I think it was the right thing. Our camels were not very healthy and I think they were not very happy of having us on their back. We arrived at the camp just before the sunset, completely shattered and freezing. Desert nights can get seriously cold, so definitely don't underestimate the temperature drop. Literally, we had a quick dinner, then pretty much went straight to bed. Our tent was very spacious and we had a double bed, extra bed and private bathroom, but we had a shower, but of course you cannot take a shower in the desert. There is no hot water and it's just like for experience you are here, and it was amazing. We slept well, but it's so cold, no heater, so when we were under the blanket we were warm, but when you get out it's freezing cold. Luckily we have a beautiful sunrise and we woke up for that. So before going for breakfast we're enjoying the view. Yesterday when we arrived in the desert, and as you know we took the camel ride, but usually I'm very careful about animal tourism. I need to check that if the money goes towards treating the animal well, or I kind of like look at the animal if it's healthy or not. But it was some part of like the tour, we didn't have the choice, and when we arrived they said, oh, this is the way to go to the camp. And when we got on the camel and we were riding, and I look at my camel and my friend look at her camel. They were not really healthy. They were maybe tired. I was not happy and not comfortable. I got off the camel and we decided to walk for the rest of the journey. But for the way back, we had the same thing, like a camel ride. But we told them that we are not happy with that. They offer quad for extra money, which is fine, 40 euros per person if you want a single one. Like, I know some people are not comfortable with the camel ride or animal tourism, so there is another option. So you can choose quad instead of the camel. You don't have to ride a camel if you don't like it. To see some wells, but actually they don't have water. Nowadays they don't use them for the water. There is a tunnel under the ground, so the water goes to the villages. And now we are searching for a toilet. They said it's somewhere there. It's the toilet, and here you can wash your hands. Honestly, the toilet was so clean. I mean, you couldn't flush, of course, there is no running water here, but everything was clean and it had toilet roll. Just we needed to use the bucket to do it manually, what flush does. Todra Gorge is one of the most impressive natural wonders in Morocco. It is known for its dramatic limestone cliffs and narrow canyon walls. We had a short break here to walk around, but it is actually a popular spot for hikers and rock climbers. If you're lucky, you might even see nomads coming down to the river to collect water before heading back to the mountains. We spent the night in a nearby city, Ouarzazate, often called the gateway to the Sahara. It is also well known for its film studios and ancient fortress. In fact, movies and series like Gladiator, The Mummy and Game of Thrones were filmed in and around this area. We didn't have much time to explore the city, but we did make a quick stop at the Cinema Museum, and we were the only visitors here. It's so interesting. There is no one apart from us here. No guide, no information, nothing. We are just walking around by ourselves. Another attraction that most tours stop at is Atlas Studio, but we decided to skip it and go straight to Ait Benhaddou. I'm glad that we skipped the Atlas Studio, and because some museums are nice to visit, but I prefer the authentic places. Like this village is very cute and there are so many ways to go up. The view here is amazing and I'm glad that we came here. It's just so gorgeous. Different vibe from other parts of Morocco we've been. Of course it's touristy and you see a lot of tourists, but it's calmer than other Medina we've been, like Fes and Marrakesh. Ait Benhaddou is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of the most iconic places in Morocco. This ancient fortified village is made entirely of earth and clay. It used to be an important stop along the old trade route between the Sahara and Marrakesh. While most of it is not just for visitors, a few families still live here. This tiny village might look familiar because it's a popular filming location. The Mummy and even Game of Thrones were shot here. The main gate has appeared in several movies, including Gladiator. The walk up here is pretty easy. You just need to have comfortable shoes, comfortable walking shoes. I don't recommend it with sandals or heels, but it's pretty easy. I think if you are fit and healthy, you can do it easily. Exploring the narrow alleys and climbing to the top gives you a real sense of its history. The views from the top are absolutely stunning. Our journey continued through the high Atlas Mountains. We actually crossed one of the highest road passes in Morocco, sitting at 2,200 meters above sea level. It's almost at the end of our trip, and actually this is my first cappuccino in Morocco, and we are driving to Marrakesh where we are taking a flight back to the UK, and we have just 40 minutes to Marrakesh. We found this beautiful restaurant with amazing views, and you can come here. Is Mandar. I will put the name in the description, and